Can't you have an orange juice, Bet? I thought when you'd walked in, she'd taken to drinking her old age. Of course she can. And I'll just have a shandy. You know, you'll not believe this, because she was left out at celebrations at dinner time. She insisted we'd come in here and I'd buy her a drink. And why not? You're slaving away making cream buns while that lots are enjoying themselves.
Exactly. A family celebration should include me.
I bet you're proud of your sister, aren't you?
Well, a bit. Well, she's going to be hard to live with. I mean, she's always been big-headed. And when she goes to university...
Doesn't look as if Wilf's changed his mind.
He must have meant what he said.
He's a silly fella. He had a good thing going here.
Think so?
I know, sir.
Excuse me.
Oops, sorry. I'm still waiting for my orders round here, you know.
Well, are you sure? Because I feel like I'm taking advantage.
No more advantage than I'm taking of your hospitality. Now, unless you've got 3 pairs of hands, which I don't think you have, there's no way you're going to run this pub by yourself.
Well, in that case, you'll have to let me pay you properly. I'm not having you working here for naught.
Well, I won't say no to that. But wait and see what I do first, eh? And then decide what it's worth to you.
Is Wilf not coming in today, then?
Not today, Hilda, not tomorrow, not from here to eternity.
Oh.
Well, don't you want to know what's happened? It's not like you to be backward at coming forward.
All right, then, what has happened?
Well, first of all, we had this falling out over money. Then we both said 1 or 2 things we shouldn't. Anyway, the upshot is, little Wilfred doesn't work here anymore. In fact, with Betty still being away, hardly anybody does. Which is why Frank's coming on as a sub.
Very fortunate he's here, then, isn't it?
You're not kidding. Heaven sent, aren't you, Frankie?
Yep.
Oh, and have you heard from Betty at all?
Yeah, she rang this morning. Sounded very happy and full of the joys of being a granny, whatever they are.
Oh, good. Well, she will be coming back sometime.
She'd better be.
Bye, then.
Bye, love. That fiver there is the very fiver that I accused Wilf of having half-inched.
No.
Yeah. And what's more, I'm going to have to go round and tell him.
Ah, no. Only if you want to.
Oh, it's not a case of wanting to, I can promise you that. No, I'll wait until closing time, and then I'll go round and apologise on bended knees. Probably come back with holes in my stockings. Yes, Jacko?
Find a better on one of them.
Well, just 1 pint, then, if Jack's not going to be coming back.
Right, love. You're doing a grand job.
All part of the service.
So, when are you building this hypermarket, then?
Well, we're all set. I mean, we're just waiting for Hilda, really.
Well, she was talking to me the other day, and I must say, I got the impression she'd stop where she were if she could afford to.
Well, there's no pressure. It's all been over and above board.
No, I mean, what it would cost her in repairs if she were to stop. She reckoned it to be in the order of £2,000.
2,000?
Yes.
Who's been telling her that?
Nay, I didn't ask. But whoever it were, she'd taken it as gospel.
I see you've got a couple of bottles of champagne down in that cellar.
Are you surprised?
Well, you don't shift a lot of it, no?
Ah, you never met Mrs. Walker. If somebody had ordered champagne, it would have crucified her to say she hadn't got any. Mind you, I think that was put by for the relief of Mafeking.
Well, that'll be all to the good, won't it? I mean, it improves with age, you know, to champagne.
Go on.
Oh, aye, you never fire a sell-by date on a champagne bottle.
Ah, here's the champagne girl herself. Have you managed to screw another few quid out of Alfilda? Shall I cool a bottle for you?
A bottle of light ale it is, and a bottle of light ale it'll stay.
Come on, lads. All good things must come to an end. Especially licensing hours. Wish they didn't, but we don't make the law.
All right, we got the message.
You left your paper.
You can keep it, mate.
Thank you for your custom and your company.
Thank God we've seen the back of you for an hour or 2.
Ah, now I was assuming it was love me, love my customers round here. I wouldn't have said that.
Ah, well, it wouldn't do for us both to be slagging them off all the time. You know, these shoes are crippling me.
Go and take them off. Put your feet up and I'll finish off in here.
Would you?
Yep. But, would you mind watching the racing first? I've got a little bet on.
I don't mind.
If I come up, will we fetch one of them bottles of champagne up? What do you say?
He's looking at you, kid.
Change that scotch while I have a minute.
You make yourself useful, I'll say that for you.
I hope you can find more to say than that. I mean, you wouldn't want that on the headstone, would you? he made himself useful.
I don't know why not. It's more than many would deserve.
Sooner the word was indispensable.
Well, you've only got to look at any headstone, Chuck, to know that nobody is indispensable. No, useful is as good as you're going to get.
Thanks.
Still, I don't want to discourage you if you want to have a go at making yourself indispensable. It's all right by me. Yes, Kevin?
Right, rest, please, and a light ale.
Oh, no, here, let me get these.
No, I'll get these, Mrs. Hull. They're on me.
No, I'd like to, because I'm celebrating.
Well, so am I. Because I'm glad you're not selling the house as well, you know. It's a nice little gas.
Well, you'll have to have one with me after then.
Oh, you'll be getting tiddly, you.
I think I'm getting tiddly already, but I feel like it for once.
But really, you've not got a lot to celebrate, have you? I mean, when you think about it, you're in exactly the same position as when you first started.
That is what I'm celebrating. And you know, Kevin, even though there's some things money can't buy, very nice to have been offered money for them.
Feet well under the table.
No. The first essential thing about being indispensable is you've got to stick around.
This is very true, Frank.
And I can't see myself stopping long in that spare room of yours.
Oh,
Shocking, damn.
really?
Didn't you know?
I've never spent any time in it.
No. I'll have to move out.
You think it's that bad?
Definitely. Mind you, I was hoping I wouldn't have to move too far.
Well, it's not a case of how far, really, is it? More a case of how long you'd be stopping once you got there. Hardly worth shifting all your things for the odd night or two.
No. That's what I was thinking.
Well, as long as that's understood. It's just a matter of deciding when it's convenient, I suppose. But I do know what you mean. That room can be damp. Yes, Chuck? You're up early. Thought we had burglars.
Sorry I woke you. Was it my alarm going off? Or were you lying there, all unfulfilled, thinking, there's Frank just across the landing?
You don't give up, do you?
Depends on the prize at the end of the game, doesn't it?
Oh, so you see it all as a game?
Sometimes flirting with the landlady does go with the job.
And you being the complete professional whose sole aim is to please.
Not that I find it difficult. Mind you, if I'm out of order, I don't need telling twice.
Don't worry, cop. You get offside, I'll blow the whistle.
Fair enough. Just so long as we don't reach a no-score draw situation.
They do happen.
Yeah. No, straight up. When those doors are shut, we share a cup of cocoa, and that is that.
Well, whose fault is it then? I mean, is Bet bolting her door, or are you bolting yours?
I'm certainly not bolting mine. I've got the welcome sign out. As for trying hers, I haven't had the nerve.
Yeah, well, it's likely the cocoa. Can have a damping effect, you know.
Tell you the honest truth, I think she's got a man stashed away somewhere.
Oh, you mean a sugar daddy? A man of money. Outwardly respectable, but comes visiting disguised as a gas man.
Yeah, don't look at me. I come disguised as a bread man.
No, but joking apart, I don't think I've got the clout or the weight. I mean, I'm in there punching, but so far it's like fighting fog. Oi! Clock this. Found it in the cellar.
Well, go to the foot of our stairs. Frederick G. Stock notes. He was the pot man before Wilf. By the left. He had it all weighed up, did old Fred face, in his own daft way.
There's a list on the back.
Stuffy pinch, I bet.
No? Birds he pulled.
Birds Fred pulled. If that was the heading, there wouldn't be much footing. By heck, I don't believe this. There can't be that many mugs in the world. The female race can't be this desperate. My God, the cheeky swine. Bet Lynch and 3 question marks. Do you know it brings it all back? The way I used to get him going, I pulled his leg somewhat wrong.
Turns you on, does it? Pulling potmen, or at least pulling their leg.
It passes the time. Put that with my record.
Right. By the way, I may have to go back to Blackpool.
Oh? Not too soon, I hope. Staff position being what it is.
It's just that all my gear's there. I mean, I'm fine here, but I don't outstay my welcome, do I?
Suit yourself. As far as I'm concerned, you still need it.
Well, that's nice to know. I mean, pots do go off the boil, you know. You can stay on simmer for just so long.
Depends what's cooking, doesn't it?
Hey, mate, you've mucked around a few places, haven't you? Blackpool and that.
On and off, yeah.
Only I'm thinking of Sling of Milk. London's favourite, but then again, if you could put me on to out in Blackie...
There's always the illuminations coming up if you fancy cleaning light bulbs in a typhoon.
There must be a war on in Africa.
What?
Where they need mercenaries. I'm a trained combat soldier, me, you know.
Looks like we're in for quite a night.
Yeah. Listen, short of a sudden mad rush, I was hoping to get away early tonight, if that's all right.
Got a mark on or something?
No such luck. Now, as I said, I have to get back to Blackpool. So I thought I might do a flyer about 9ish.
I didn't realise you'd be going back this soon. I mean, if you want paying, I am a bit stuck.
Listen, I am not jacking it. It's just that all my gear's there. I've left all this stuff down there with my oppo.
Oh, yeah, you said.
So I thought I'd do a quick dart tonight and I'll be back by opening time tomorrow.
Fair enough.
All right? Mind you, if tonight was a big night, I can always adjust my plans to suit.
I like your work rate, Frank. What you're lacking is flair.
Hiya, Mike. Hi. Give us a scotch, will you? You having one? No, sir, I don't want to get tanked, so I might be catching a train.
Is that so?
Yeah, reckon you've heard, haven't you, about me and the smoke?
Oh, yeah, I was down there earlier. They're talking about nothing else.
How do you see it, then? Do you think it's a wise move? I mean, not that I go for all this paved with gold, but...
Paved with smut where I operate, mate.
No, but seriously, it is a real scene, isn't it? A Big Apple.
I thought that was New York.
So I'll go to New York.
Yeah, why not?
Till I get airsick.
I'll give you one bit of advice, son. Why don't you stick it out here, eh? You got a job, roof over your head.
Well, I've turned my job in, and our roof leaks. Will me dad do out? And then there's this girl living next door. She's having me baby.
Yeah,
mate.
hang on a minute. I know you got problems, but this is my happy hour. Do you mind?
All right. Don't listen. What do I care?
Well, there's one thing for sure, son. You won't find many shoulders to cry on in London. Playing?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
I'm playing.
So, where's Loverboy then?
If you mean Frank, he isn't Loverboy.
I believe you. So, where is he then?
He's gone to Blackpool, hasn't he?
He didn't last long, did he?
To pick up one or two things.
Oh, I see. He's coming back then?
You seem to be under the impression that he can't wait to get away from here.
Well, he did say he was only here till something else turned up, didn't he? I just thought he might have gone for another job, that's all.
No, he hasn't. He said he'd gone back to pick up a few things.
Oh, well, that's what he said. Cheers.
Special delivery for Miss Lynch. Special delivery for Miss Lynch. Flippin' heck. What's this in aid of?
It's your magazine, isn't it? Come early, so I thought I'd fetch it round for you.
Actually, I'm escaping from Mavis for a bit.
She's in one of her philosophical moods. You know, where she starts talking dead slow and arriving at all sorts of daft conclusions. Is that Frank's breakfast I can smell?
Oh, I'm with you now. Sniffing for gossip, aren't we, and blaming it on Mavis?
I resent that. No, it's just as I'm here, I thought I'd inquire the state of play.
Why? Planning on swiping him, are you, like you did with PC Plod?
I am taking a friendly interest because I think you look very nice together.
Well, thanks a bunch. But we're not together. Not yet, any road.
You're not? Well, I don't know. He's a feller, isn't he? He has been lodging here several days now.
Well, I've knocked flirting in the head, haven't I?
What are you taking up now? Boxing?
I'm going to play me cards right, aren't I?
Ah, gambling.
If you like. I just don't want to blow it by doing my usual stormtrooping impression. It could be serious, couldn't he, and Frank?
Oh, so he's given you a sign, has he?
What? There's been more signs in here than flipping Spaghetti Junction. I'm not kidding.
What's that bet? Passionate.
I know. We shall see. So if you wouldn't mind buzzing off. Oh, hello, love.
All right. Well, that's the bitterwood lager sorted out.
Super. So you're ready for your breakfast now, aren't you?
What? Hello, Rita.
Hello, Frank. Well, it looks as if it's going to be a
Rita's
night.
about to hurtle herself back to cabin, aren't you, love?
Yes. Yes, I am. See you, Frank.
Bye.
Now, I've not overfaced, have I?
With the food or the dress?
Oh, you've noticed.
Noticed. Now, listen, I got something serious to say. Something serious to tell you.
Oh, good Lord. Well, hang on a minute. Fire away, Frank.
I had a call from a mate of mine last night. We used to work a bar together in Torquay. He had a windfall and bought himself a small hotel in Chester. Said he'd got a job for me if I wanted.
Yeah, that's terrific, Frank.
Yeah?
Oh, it's smashing, really.
I thought I'd better be up front about it. I thought I'd mosey down there tomorrow morning and check it out.
Well, I mean, obviously I'd miss the company and playing house, but,
We haven't really clicked, have we?
Clicked? I haven't even thought in terms of us clicking, Frank.
Come off it, mate.
I haven't. You know what you said this morning about this job opportunity, Chester?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm still short-staffed here. You don't have to go if you don't want to.
Well, thanks, Beth, but I mean, something permanent has to be considered, doesn't it?
That's what I mean. It could be permanent if you wanted it to be.
Well, even so. I mean, a backstreet alehouse and a 3-star hotel in Chester. I mean, it's not going to advance my career staying here, is it? It'd have to be an added incentive, wouldn't there?
Like what?
Well, let's call it a personal happiness ingredient, shall we?
Oh.
Do you serve ale in this pub or what?
All right, keep your pants on, Percy. Well, I shall have to think about that one, shan't I?
You see, what your generation fails to appreciate, young Kevin, is the pure pleasure of sport, the sharing of the game, the generosity of spirit.
Half a pint in a light bottle, is it, Percy?
It's Kevin's shout.
Hey, but I got a lot. Same again, please, Bet.
Now, let's see, where was I?
Exhausting day, eh?
Yeah, but fun, eh? We work well together, don't we?
I wonder. I think I'll go straight up. I'll have an early start tomorrow if I have to get to Chester and back before the lunchtime rush.
Yeah. Night, Frank.
Night.
Oh, Frank. About what you were saying at dinner time. About staying here permanent, if there was personal happiness.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to think I've been standoffish because I don't like you. In a way, I've been standoffish because I do. I like you a lot. I quite fancy you. In fact, there's nothing more I'd like than an early night with you. But you see, I'm not interested in out-temporary either. Personal happiness-wise.
Well, me neither, Bet. Me neither.
So, do you reckon we stand a chance of happiness, me and you? A real chance?
Bet, I haven't bullied you into talking like this, have I? I mean, you're not just saying all this because I might be going off tomorrow.
No. But obviously I wouldn't want you to just melt away. So if you're going to Chester... well, do we stand a chance?
Oh, yes.
Ah, heck. He's made breakfast and all.
Of course.
Are you? Never heard you get up.
Lynch?
Still, you'll have had plenty of practice, won't you, stealing from a girl's bed at dawn?
Do it all the time.
I don't want to know.
Well, don't ask then.
So what's your programme for today?
I thought I'd just let it happen.
You're very good at that.
It's an art.
What about Chester?
What about Chester?
Well, I thought you were going for a job there today.
I don't think I'll bother. What do you think?
It's up to you.
I've gone right off, Chester.
Morning, Hilda.
Morning.
Do you fancy a cup of tea? Get yourself a cup if you do.
No. No, thanks. I want to get stuck in this morning. It's Kevin's birthday, you see, and I want to get finished soon.
Suit yourself.
Right, then I'll make a start.
Poor Hilda. Do you know, she gets that many shocks. It's a wonder she's never been electrocuted. Hey, you! Stop behaving like husband.
Oh, make another pot of tea and shut up.
Yes, sir.
How's the shop conversion going, Councillor?
Oh, very well. Touch wood. These lads seem to know what they're doing anyway, the ones that are doing it.
Well, that's a change for this country.
Well, I do have one reservation about you going self-service.
Do you?
Yes, you're going to lose that personal touch, aren't you?
Well, I'll still be there, won't I? And Deirdre.
But only take the money. It's a modern way, I agree, but it's a retrograde step to my way of thinking. I mean, I like to be made a fuss of when I go into a shop. I don't mind so much being fleeced.
Fleeced? You've never been fleeced in my shop, and you never will be.
I'm not talking about your shop in particular. I'm talking generally.
Yeah, well, it sounded to me as if you were. Didn't it you, Mike?
Yeah,
I think
as a matter of fact, it did, yeah.
I think you're being touchy.
You want to watch that mouth of yours, you know. You want to be careful what you say.
Are you threatening me, councillor?
Yes, I am.
Hey, what's going on here? I'm not having old fellas fighting.
Fellow, it's still Scarab in the orange jacket, tracked by Digger's Rest. Nearest to us is Crester Option with a blue cap, and then on the inside of that one, Sporting Sovereign in the white colours, followed by Lead on Time, the favourite.
Oh, you're here?
Three from the left of the picture.
I was wondering where you got to.
You haven't been busy, have you?
No, it's been dead quiet this last hour. I'm whacked, though. Still haven't cleared up yet. Oh, I do miss Betty. It's doing the grub what takes it out of you.
I thought I'd go to a sauna and sunbathe later. Do you know there's anywhere close here?
Baths in Forest Street, just off the precinct.
Great. Don't mind, do you?
Huh?
Good girl.
It's Lead on Time who dominates the goes for home. Lead on Time from Mr. Wonderful in second.
2 sherries, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank
Pleasure.
Thanks very much.
So when are you going back to Blackpool again?
Oh, I don't know. Afraid I've had my holidays for this year now.
Well, when you go again, I'll carry your bags for you.
Flirting with the new barman, I see. Emily, I do know him. He worked in the cocktail bar at a hotel we stayed at in Blackpool.
Cocktail bars, barman, Blackpool. We do lead a giddy life, don't we?
You taking the mickey?
Yes.
Well, don't.
Say, do.
Oh, thanks.
He's good looking, isn't he? In a very manly sort of way.
And charming, too.
A bit too charming, do you think?
Well, he does have a sort of light bulb smile.
A what?
Yeah, he switches it on and off.
Well, I suppose that's part of the trade.
I suppose so.
Cheers.
I'll pay for it.
Don't be silly, yeah.
Ah, I like the odd whiskey. They say it keeps the blood thin.
As long as it doesn't cool, eh?
Ooh, no chance.
Did you see that?
I did.
No argument. I'm paying.
I'm fine. I got something to celebrate, remember?
Oh, I've got something to thank Mrs. Hunt for. A lovely meal and a great pleasure.
Oh, you're very welcome, love.
Aye, not satisfied with one young man to squire you. You've got to have 2.
Yeah? And they're falling out about who should buy me a drink.
Jezebel.
Well, you can talk. What about Donna Meach over there? Did you buy Matt soup?
Now, Wilder. Right, who's ordering?
2 pints, please, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, I'll have a port and lemon, please.
Yes, thank you.
Well, this is... So were you a £5 missing?
Yeah.
But Will didn't take it.
No.
Well, why did he have to go?
Because by the time we'd found out, he'd already got this other job and he didn't want to come back.
Oh, however did you manage, lovey?
With a little help from my friend.
What friend's this then?
Remember Frank? Came from Blackpool.
Is he still here?
He is. And thank goodness he is and all.
Taking him on permanent, though.
I won't be surprised. I mean, there's now been said. It's more a sort of an understanding.
Oh, I see.
Morning.
Hiya.
Betty. How are you then, eh?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you.
And how's little,
Peter.
Peter? How did he take to his grandma?
Oh, he's a little treasure. He behaves better for me than he does for his own mother. I didn't tell her that, though.
But does he sleep?
Oh, yes. He dropped his 2 o'clock feed, so goes right through the night now without stirring.
Clever lad.
He's not the only one, is he?
No, I don't know what you mean by that, but still. Listen, do you need me for a little while longer? I just want to have a walk out.
Not particularly.
Good, cheers. Bye.
Well,
Well, what?
seems to have a bit of a way with him.
He's my little treasure, Betty. And he'll behave for me and all.
Really?
No, I think he's more uptight about it than he's letting on, you know, worrying in case everything don't go off all right.
Bless him. Ta, Betty. Are you sure these are going to be enough?
I'm sure. I mean, you know, Alf, the wine's not exactly going to be flowing like water, is it?
No. Wish him good luck from me, though.
I will. Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra, lovey.
Can I say something?
Of course you can, Betty.
Only carrying those glasses through just now made me wonder.
Wonder what, love?
Wonder why I was the one doing the carrying. Where's Milado got to?
Frank?
Yes, Frank. He's supposed to have popped out for 10 minutes, but he doesn't seem to have popped back in again, does he? Look, that cellar needs sorting out.
Now, Betty. Does this pub look as though it were well run while you were away, or does it not?
Same as usual.
Right. So worry not about Frankie. He knows what he's got to do, and he has his own way of doing it.
Something going on between you two, isn't there?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Ah, well, I suppose you're both old enough. Just as long as I don't end up by being piggy in the middle, that's all. Yes, love. Right. Hey, did we not get some mixers up? I can't find a ginger ale to save me life.
Oh, yeah, you said we were short.
I did.
Frank, be a love, get me a crate of mixers up from the cellar, will you? We've just run out.
So I think we can manage that.
They're on the way, Betty.
Should have been on the way about 10 o'clock this morning.
All set for the big moment, then? Have you got the bunting out and the mounted police standing by?
There isn't going to be any big moment.
How do you mean?
Miss Weatherfield's poorly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's not coming.
Oh, that's a bit of a blow. I was going to have early dinner special, I know.
Oh, well, you're wasting your time then.
What's he going to do, open it up himself?
He hasn't got much choice.
Oh, I do feel sorry for him. It's as if the whole operation's getting off to a bad start.
Well, it is in a way, isn't it?
Anyway, I asked us to spread the word, so if you know anyone is thinking of going, you might tell them not to bother.
Hang on a minute. What were this Miss Weatherfield going to do? Just say a few words and open the door sort of thing?
Well, that's the general idea, yeah.
Well, we don't see Alf let down, do we?
Of course we don't.
And he wanted Miss Weatherfield to open it for him. Well, OK. There's more than one Miss Weatherfield, isn't there? Who's been telling us about your Miss Weatherfield being poorly?
Ah, well, can't be helped. Anyway, I was probably making too much fuss about it, so it served me right.
Now, you don't mean that, Alf, and you know you don't. You'd still have her to open it if you could.
Yeah, well, there's no point in arguing about that, is there? So if you just tell everybody that there's no to come for now, unless they want to do a bit of shopping, like.
Now, listen, Alf. Me and some of your pals have had our heads together. Now, you just say that you agree to what we've come up with, and I'll tell you what it is.
Well, how can I agree till I know what it is?
Have faith, Alf. Just say, I agree.
Ah, go on then. No matter how daft an idea is, I can't be any worse off than I am now.
I agree.
Yeah, all right, I agree. Yes, yes, yes. What is it?
Now, I'm not normally one to push myself forward.
It's Bet.
But as Miss Weatherfield 1985 couldn't come, by public demand, you've got me instead as Miss Weatherfield 1950... Well, I forget the year exactly, and I don't want reminding either you rotten lot. Anyway, you all know Alf. He's a counsellor, a grocer, and a grand chap. He was even a good landlord as far as I were concerned, and there's not many of them about. And there's many a time I've come into this corner shop, not just for a packet of tea and a pound of sugar, but for a friendly chat and a word of advice. And I'm not the only one, am I, either? Now, I'm sure that's not going to change, but a lot of other things have. How many of you lot have been to Taj Mahal? No? Me neither. But I once had a calendar with a picture of it on it. And believe me, what I am opening here is the Taj Mahal of corner shops. Anyway, I know it's breaking his heart to keep these doors closed while you lot are standing there with money in your pockets. So all I've really got to say is, good luck from all your mates, South me old cock. God bless you. God bless your shop. And God bless all of you who go buying stuff in it. What? Do you have to cut your hair now?
No, cut this.
All right. Whee! Thank you. Where's the cake?
Come on, and we'll go over to the lemonade. Right, we're open.
Where's the wine, Al?
I fancy Bet doing that.
You're jealous because they didn't ask you?
Oh, can you imagine?
Not really, no.
When are we going in?
No, it looks a bit of a crush to me. I'll leave it till later.
Thanks, love.
Well, were it something I said?
It was everything you said. I don't mind telling you, I was as sick as a parrot when I thought it weren't going to happen this, but you've done me proud, you have that.
You'll ask me back then, will you?
Yeah, definitely will I, and you won't be second choice next time either, will she?
Listen, Stout, I've been buying these Redley. They've been 32p. They've been 32p for years. Now look.
34.
Exactly, so we know we pay for this little lot, don't we? If we like to do you and me, we'd 2p on this, 2p on that. That's who'll be doing the paying.
Alf?
Yes?
I have searched high and low.
Oh, blimey, don't tell me the system's failing already.
Have a drink, Ivy.
I don't want a drink, I want a packet of sultanas and I can't find them anywhere.
I don't want any sultanas, I'll just have a drink.
I'll show you.
You, right, well, I'd better be off.
Oh,
now,
right.
See you
later.
Yeah, fine. Congratulations, Alf. I hope it'll be everything you want.
Oh, thanks, Ken.
Just make sure it's in your newspaper, Ken.
I already have.
Ta-ra.
Well, all you've got to worry about now, Alfie, is all them women after catching you and sharing your little empire.
Yeah, I'm just worried in case I don't manage it. No, you know what's wrong with it all, though, don't you? There's nobody to share it all with.
What else, lot? Your friends and neighbours. That's who you'll be sharing it with.
Oh, aye, of course I will, yeah. I will, aye. Won't I?
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Well, you don't sound it.
Do I not? Oh, I don't know how that should be.
Come on, Betty, what's up?
What's up? What is up is that I have spent all dinner time trying to do the job of 3 people. Now, I know you were off in a good cause, lovey, and I am not complaining about that.
That's Frank.
Is he supposed to be working here, or is he here just as a friend of yours?
Working here.
I've got a bit of news for you. It doesn't show. He spends more time talking to folk than there is serving them. That's when he's here at all.
OK, Betty. I'm sorry. I'll have a word with him. I promise.
Oh, well, that's up to you, love. I'm just not happy the way things have been today.
He's used to a different setup, you know, big hotels and all that.
Oh, yes.
Come and have a cup of tea, eh?
No, I'll get off, love. Thanks all the same.
Oh, Betty.
Look, lovey, I don't want to fall out with you. No, honest, I don't. Just have a word with him, eh?
I will. I promise you, love.
Okay.
Betty not joining us?
No, she had to get to the shops.
Oh, it's not that she's trying to avoid me then.
No, of course she isn't.
Must be getting paranoid in my old age.
You see, the thing about Betty, Frank, is that she's worked here for a long time. She's set in her ways. And she tends to be a bit edgy for a day or two when she finds somebody new behind that bar.
Ah.
You just have to humour her a bit.
Like you're humouring me now. She's been complaining, hasn't she? Been telling you I'm idle and lazy and on the make. And you should chuck me out on the street where I belong.
Do you know, you're right.
No, you mean she did say that?
No, but you are getting paranoid. Now listen, Betty's an old pal of mine. So please, humour, for my sake.
All right. For your sake. Anything.
Thanks.
But she has gone now, has she?
Yes.
And the doors are locked and bolted.
Yes.
So what are you doing for the rest of the afternoon?
Finished already?
Oh, I've just got the cellar to see to.
Don't let Betty catch you with that paper.
Now, let's get one thing straight, Bet. I do not care what Betty thinks of me. It's what you think of me that matters. Now, answer me this. Is it or is it not true that I can do more work in an hour than most of your hired help can do in a day?
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, always been my problem. I'm too efficient. We had an under-manager down in Blackpool that was forever wandering into the bar saying, "Nothing to do, Mills." And whenever I said no, he couldn't understand it. I should have been flying around doing, I don't know, I'd done it all. But that's the way I like it. I work hard, and then if there's time left for other things, then great.
And it's great with me too, Frank, but you know what she's like.
A student of human behaviour, Bet. I know what Betty's like.
So why not?
Go slow, make the work last longer, change my whole way of life.
Would it hurt?
Not physically, no, but I might get a twinge every time you choose between Betty and me, knowing you're going to take her side. Still, if that's the way you want it.
I've poured you a cup of coffee out, lovey.
All right, love.
Don't I get one?
Oh, and I thought you'd have wanted to wait till you finish your work.
You're absolutely right, Betty. As always, I shall attend to the cellar.
Phew, starky devil.
Oh, give it a rest, Betty, love. He's doing his best to be nice.
Not to me, he isn't. He'd be wasting his time. I'm now to pound.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know damn well what it's supposed to mean. He's saving all that charm up for you, and you're falling for it like a damn silly schoolgirl.
Now, Betty.
Oh, look, how long's he been here? 10 minutes, and already he's got his feet right under the table. And not only under the table.
Watch what you're saying, Betty.
Why? I work here as well,
It's
you know.
not what we're talking about. This is my private life that's coming under discussion.
It all gets mixed up, doesn't it? Look, and while you're settling that, I'm stuck with him here, skiving off. Not getting up in the morning, never been able to be found when he's wanted.
I've just had a word with him about that just now, just before you came in.
Oh, yeah. How? Who was it told him off? His boss? Or his lady love? Oh, go and get your coffee while it's hot.
Hey, what was that kerfuffle earlier on with Alf and Rita? She'd no sooner come in than she'd upped it. He sat there looking as though time had fallen on him.
I've been too busy to notice customers.
Oh, come on, Betty, we've not been that pushed.
It weren't all that quiet, and it could have been a lot worse if King Muck hadn't gone swanning off the last hour. Anything could have happened.
A pal of his rang up this morning and wanted to see him in Manchester this afternoon. Now, I said he could go. I would have done the same thing for you. Oh, give it a rest, Betty.
Look, I'm only thinking about you, you damn devil.
Coming to watch me bowling tonight, are you?
Chance to be a fine thing.
You'll miss a treat. When they mark up 21 to Percy Sugden, that fella Tyndall won't know what's hit him.
From what I hear, he won't be by himself. Oh, don't laugh. It might crack your face. So, come on.
Hey, this is not on. He's missing again for this past 20 minutes.
All right, I'll get him, love. What's this, love?
Come with me. Come in here. I was going to say goodbye, but I didn't want a big hassle, which is why I left it to the last minute. I didn't meet a pal today. I went to a shipping line in Manchester. They rang me this morning. A barman's gone sick on one of the Norwegian cruise liners. The ship sails tomorrow night.
And you're going? Just like that?
Come on, Bet. I'm about as welcome round here as Dandruff. We both know it's for the best.
I want you.
Do you? I'm not so sure, Bet.
You're making all this up, aren't you? It's got naught to do with Betty. You've had what you came for and now you're up in it. When did things change, Frank? When you found out I didn't own this place?
Oh, is that what you think?
What else should I think?
I'll give you something to think. Come with me. I know the purser. I can get you on. 10 days round the fjords. It's got to be good bed. I'm not on duty all the time.
How can I?
Of course you can. You're the boss. You're entitled to a holiday. Think of yourself for a change. Listen. I'll ring you the minute I get it fixed up. It may be after midnight, but I'll ring. I want you to come, Betty.